Hi everyone! Welcome back or welcome to my channel. I figured that today I would go through the most anticipated question that I get asked, and that's for a room tour. I have been putting this off for a really long time. I don't know why. I feel like my room is constantly changing, and that's kind of been what's made me push it off for so long. But I think now I've gotten to a point where I'm pretty satisfied with the way it looks. So I'll be going through my setup, my bed, pretty much everything in my room, and I hope that you enjoy. Okay, I figured it's only right that I start at my setup because this is probably what you guys see the most in terms of content from me. I'm always at my setup, of course, because obviously this is a gaming page slash account. I'm sorry if I'm shaky, but I always seem to have some sort of medieval style going on when it comes to my setup. Right now you can see I have Siri on my screen. I was making a The Witcher themed video just because it's wintertime. I feel like the wintertime is when I always end up playing The Witcher. But let's start with this side first. So over here I have my Divoom Times frame. I actually got that sent to me by Divoom and it is the greatest thing ever. I highly recommend getting one for yourself if you're just looking for something that you can constantly update to match your setup. For me, I'm always changing the theme, so I tend to change the pictures quite a bit. Like if I have a Silent Hill vibe going on, I'll put something like Mary's Letter instead. But it can play GIFs, videos, pretty much anything your heart desires. It's fantastic. And then also on the side of it over here, when you connect it to your phone, you can change the RGB colors. Right now I kind of have like a gold thing going on. Super cool. And it also plays sound, which is great. If we look a little lower here, I do always have some sort of candle burning on my setup. I get questions a lot about if it's going to be too hot or annoying to have candles. For me, I always tend to keep them a pretty decent distance, so I've never had an issue. But I think it's a really great way to kind of spice it up, especially if you're going for a vibe similar to mine. I used to have a giant candelabra over here, but it just ended up being in the way, so I stick to one candle now, but I think it's still a really nice touch. This fleur-de-lis right here I actually got from Goodwill a really long time ago, and there's a little kind of thing that sticks out on the side. That's where I hang my headset. So I thought it was a really cool touch instead of just having a standard kind of headset holder, I guess. But it's really nice. It's heavy too, so if I do crash out at my setup, it never falls, which is great. And then I'm actually going to grab this little witch's brew potion over here so I can show you a little bit better. But I got this at a festival that's in my city every summer and fall. I don't remember the name of the amazing woman who makes this stuff at her tent. I'll have to find it, and hopefully by the time this is up it'll be in the description. If I can't find it, I would recommend just checking out Etsy or any sort of like local festival where you might see arts and crafts tents, those types. But no, this is really cool. If you shake it, it sparkles a little bit, which is awesome. Here is a closer look at my keyboard. You probably see this keyboard a lot. It is my favorite. I have quite a few keyboards, but this one has just always been the one that I go to the most. I prefer to game with a 75. I know a lot of people prefer the full, but I have it set right now so that it just activates the color depending on if I hit the keys. But you can change it on the site, everything, it's great. This one is by XVX, it's the 75 Lumina model, and then I also have the carbon fiber keycaps from XVX on as well. I get a lot of questions about the specs for my PC, and I'm gonna be honest y'all, it is nothing crazy. I still game on console just as much as I do on my PC, so I knew I didn't want to splurge on something crazy, just something that was efficient. This is a CyberPower pre-built. I'm gonna put the actual specs and stuff on screen, that way you have them if you're interested, but I mean, it runs fine on 1440p. I don't really have issues running most games, but I tend to run any game that is either huge or I want in 4K on my PlayStation, so. Moving on to my gaming chair, this is from Walmart. I got it for like, I think $5 total because I had an $80 gift card and it was already like half off. But it's velvet, it's super comfy. I don't know the exact brand, so it'll be in the description, but I love this chair. It's one of my favorite chairs that I've had, and of course it's black and gold, which matches perfectly with the whole vibe, so. If we take a look over at this corner, this is where I keep a lot of my trinkets that I've gotten from travels and things like that. I have my favorite Bath & Body Works candle right here. This one is so good, it's smoked vanilla, and I think the last time it was out was like 2016, but they brought it back this year, so I have this one. I haven't burned it yet because I'm trying to save it because I don't know if it'll ever return. As far as trinkets go, this is a mini beer stein, if I can get it to focus, that I got in Germany. I went to Germany in September. I got to see the Cologne Cathedral and a lot of really cool stuff. So I grabbed this from one of the small little shops there. And then I also grabbed a smaller statue of the Cologne Cathedral as well. And I love this so much. It was super cheap too. I think it was like $8, but it's really nice quality. So this is definitely a core memory of mine. It has been my lifelong dream to visit it, so I was super happy to check that off my bucket list. Next up is this tiny lantern that I got from a Ren fair that I visited last summer. It does turn on, but I just don't have batteries for it right now, but I just loved the look of it. It kind of reminded me of Bloodborne, so I grabbed it. And then finally, I just have this tiny little incense burner. I don't use it for incense, but it was just cool and it was super cheap, so I grabbed it. Moving a little bit closer, this candle holder is also from Bath & Body Works. It was, I think, 2 Halloweens ago when they dropped that, and both sides are different. I'm not going to spin it because I'm afraid I'm going to knock something over, but you get the gist of it. This lantern is from Spirit Halloween, and so is those books with the crow on top. That's also from Spirit Halloween. If you're into gothic decor or spooky decor, I highly recommend stopping by Spirit Halloween on Halloween or a couple days after, because usually those things are marked down. I think I got this lantern for like 50% off, and it's really nice quality, so definitely make sure to check those out if you can. As you can see, I have a lot of game-themed artwork on my walls. I love it all so much. I either pick up game artwork from when I'm at conventions, or I'll just snag like official art prints and stuff like that. Now, the burning question that I get all the time is, where are my frames from? And the majority of these are from TJ Maxx or Home Goods. I believe those are only in the US, but I would also check out any sort of craft store or antique stores. I know I've grabbed a couple from Michael's. I've also checked out a lot of thrift stores as well, and tiny antique shops, and somehow, some way managed to stumble across some really cool ones. Some of them need a little love and a little fixing before they can go up on your wall, but it'll make it worth it because it really adds a unique touch. But I definitely think that my favorite is probably this one, and that one is from TJ Maxx. So I love this artwork of Orin from Baldur's Gate 3. I think that Miss Needle Knight is probably my followers' favorite, but that one's definitely up there as well. And this, though, is just a whole different ballgame. I got this signed by Jennifer English when I got to go to C2E2 last year, and it is my most prized possession. Shadowheart's my favorite character out of Baldur's Gate, so this one means a lot to me for sure. Here's a bit of a closer look with some better lighting. I also have some rosaries hanging as well. I have this one hanging from this giant heavy sword, and then I have another one over on this side, which I'll pan over. Right there, I have some artwork of Hinako from Silent Hill F, and then I have a tiny Astarion down there as well, which you're going to see a bigger Astarion later, beware. Right next to my setup is my unboxing table, and I use this for pretty much every unboxing that you see on my page. I actually have some stuff right there that I have to unbox later, so that's why it's sitting there. I'll like scoot it down a little bit, but yeah, it's great. It has little storage thingies right here, which are awesome. I got it from my grandma, and it's probably from the 70s, so both this vase and that antique little teapot kettle thing, those are both from a local antique shop in my area. I put the sticker on the vase, and I put black roses in there from Amazon. This beautiful candle holder is from Home Goods. I actually just got that yesterday, and I think it fits the vibe perfectly. Moving a little closer, this small glass orb right here is from Michael's Craft Store, and then this skull is from Spirit Halloween, which I also got on sale. This candle holder right here with no candle in it, I actually stole from a friend. I have no idea where it's from, but I have this little tiny antique spoon over here too for some reason. I have a couple more pieces of artwork on my black wall. This one is from the Castlevania puzzle that Konami had sent me. Still can't believe that was a real thing that happened, but I put it in this really cool frame that was from Michael's, I believe. So sorry if that's wrong, but that one's definitely up there with one of my favorite frames as well. And then over here is my CL art print from Claire Obscure Expedition 33. Over here I have a little porcelain angel that I got from Goodwill, and then that little wall thing is actually from my grandma, so I'm not quite sure where that's from. Going along the black wall is really nothing exciting. I just have my TV where I play my PlayStation, and then I have my Hogwarts glass for when I pour myself a beer. Okay, I decided to say screw the tripod, and I'm now using my hand, so I'm so sorry if this is shaky, but this is my bedside wall. This is just the corner shelf that I use for pretty much tiny figures, things that I can't find other spots for. But as you can see, the Holy Grail is up top. This is the RE2 Collector's Edition Leon figure. I just got it from JP Fans. They were so kind to send this to me, and it's something that I've been wanting for a really long time, so For sure the coolest figure I have. Down here I have 4 Nendoroids, and I also have the Wednesday Monster High doll. I still think that my favorite Nendoroid is probably the doll from Bloodborne, but I'm on the fence. I also really love Ada's, especially with the little teddy bear keys, as you can see, so super cute. This is the candelabra that I had mentioned was taking up way too much space earlier at my desk, so it's kind of just chilling here until I find more space for it. But yes, I do need to replace the candles. I will do that as soon as I can. And then down here at the bottom, I just have the Silent Hill movie postcard. Yeah, the movie was definitely something, that's for sure. Alright, so moving on to some of the artwork on this wall. This one is from Christian Angel. They are my favorite artist. Love their work. I actually got this one at C2E2. It's kind of hard to see, but this Leon print and then this The Doll print is also from C2E2 last year. I don't remember what artists these are from. I know I plugged them in my C2E2 vlog, so if you're curious, I would definitely go check that out to see. And then of course I have this Resident Evil 4 poster in this frame. You guys already know how I feel about Resident Evil, so don't really need to say much, but this was essential for sure. I know this bedside table isn't very exciting, but this is currently what it looks like right now. I try to keep my bedside table pretty empty, especially right now because I did have some candles over here one time and it did not end well. Now if I open my bedside table, you will see a lot of my game art books. I believe these are most of them. All of my Souls-like and RPG ones are right here. But this is my record player over here. I currently have the Silent Hill 2 Remake vinyl on there. I got this from Best Buy for like $40 on sale on Black Friday. And then over here, of course, I have my Stanley. This is the Lunar New Year exclusive this year. I am the Year of the Horse, so I've been buying a bunch of Year of the Horse themed stuff, so hopefully I have a lot of good luck this year. Here is a closer look at my bed. She's simple, she's fun, she's fresh. My canopy is from Amazon, and I did in fact get the bat from Build-A-Bear. I had to. I named mine Wilbert. Yes, unironically, I did name him Wilbert, and I will not be changing it. And then over here is a giant 24x36 print of Astarion because I just love Astarion, I love his character. This specific piece is from Anato Finstark. It is the coolest thing ever. All of their art is fantastic, so if you're a big fan of like RPGs, Souls-likes, you have to go check out their work. Well guys, that's my room. I really hope that you enjoyed watching this, and I hope it gave you a little bit of inspiration if you're looking to revamp your room or your setup as well. As always, thank you for your support and your kindness and your awesome messages and your comments, and I will see you in the next one.